Hello, here's my Newsela Space Reading Club project on my articles that I read this past summer. They are all based on space and they will be diving into 10 different concepts. The first article was about NASA's new planet hunter named TESS. It will stand for the Transiting Exoplanet Survey Satellite. It is the size of a washing machine and costs $337 million. The goal for it is to circle around more than 200,000 stars and find other planets that are circling around the star that cause a dip in light that is also known as a transit, like the ones that are shown in the picture. It is designed to be a follow-up on Kepler spacecraft that the US launched in 2009. TESS, with its 4 advanced cameras, will scan an area that is 350 times larger. The next article was based off of space food and how it is improving. Eating in space has always been a hassle and a chore that usually came out of a plastic bag or tube. However, in recent years, they have been able to produce plants in space and other different types of meals coming out of the dehydrated food. Growing plants in space has become a huge priority for many scientists. It will help us optimize our destinations in which we will travel to in the future. However, the challenge with growing plants is with microgravity. With microgravity, many things change in plant structures and how they grow. The roots and body structures of the plant can grow in all sorts of directions and ways. Here is a short video to show this. In the third article, they go into some social parts of Area 51 and the life there. It describes the restaurants and hotels that there are there in Nevada. It explains some conspiracy theories about the highway and the signs that they have hanged up to scare the tourists. Article 4 is on what might be the next Earth. It is our neighboring exoplanet, Ross 128b. It is just 11 light years away. It has a star named Ross 128 that provides it with enough radiation to give off a 76 to 68 degree weather pattern. However, there are no current telescopes that are powerful enough to capture the light wavelength that the planet is emitting to tell whether or not there is life on the planet and whether or not it has an atmosphere. However, next to the planet is another star named Proxima Centauri that gives off many flares that are dangerous to the planet and its life. Article 5 is based on a moon named Enceladus that may be habitable to life. The Cassini satellite was on a mission. However, when NASA saw the geysers from Enceladus, they redid the mission to have Cassini fly through in the geysers to collect samples for research. Here is a short video to show this.
At 32,000 miles per hour, NASA's Cassini probe dives through the geysers of Enceladus in search for life-giving water. One of 22 sorties over the frozen world.
When Cassini flew through the plumes that are shooting out of Enceladus, it actually had a chance to taste these plumes, to smell them, to see what they're made out of.
After an agonizing wait, the data confirms that the geysers erupting from the icy moon are liquid water.
The discovery of these icy water vapor jets on Enceladus is probably the most important discovery of the entire Cassini mission.
Articles 6 and 8 dive into the galaxy TRAPPIST-1, which is a galaxy much similar to ours. Just 39 light years away, this galaxy maintains 7 planets that are similarly like ours and in the same position as ours as well, from their sun. Planets E, F, and G find the most interest from scientists. They are around the same area that the Earth is from the sun, therefore they would most likely have the most habitable habitat for life on their planet. However, the problem with these planets is that they are tidal locked, which means that they are always facing the sun the same way all the time. Therefore, one side is always going to have vegetation while the other side will not. These 3 planets were found using the TRAPPIST telescope. The researchers could not see the planets directly, but they knew they were there because the starlight from the ultra-cool dwarf dimmed slightly at irregular intervals, and indicating that there was a planet there. Article 7 goes on to tell about Kepler telescope and how it played a huge impact on space exploration. It also goes on to tell about how scientists are trying to preserve the memory of the Kepler telescope because they have not yet gathered all the memory from recent years that have passed. Article 9 goes on to talk about habitable planets and what makes these planets special from others. Most of the time, scientists discover gas or ice planets that most likely will not have life on them. However, at times, and at very special times, we find planets that show the characteristics that are needed to have life on their planets. Last but not least was my favorite article yet on the man himself, Elon Musk. It was based off his plans for his following years on Mars. Here's a short video of his future plans of inhabiting Mars.
Starting mostly with one ship, then multiple ships, then start building out the city, then making the city bigger, even bigger. And
the article later then goes on to talk about his logistics in which he wants to take people to Mars and some of the critics he's going to face while giving this idea out. Off of that note, this will conclude my video. Thank you, Mr. Baldini, for giving me the opportunity to have fun and learn. I highly recommend you check out Elon Musk's full video on his idea to go to Mars.